Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs, and we are in version 17, where we have just seen Elliot taking the High Elf team into the second round of the Champions Cup playoffs. But now we are going to watch yet another game, and we're going to see an admin in action. Fatyn, the Elven Union, some more elves, but we'll be facing off against Maniehl's Dwarves. So, oh boy, that's going to be a tough matchup. But not wanting to leave our admin in the cold, I did say that I liked our Elven Union to do well, and not only that, Elven Union looks pretty strong on paper, and they're definitely in a game in which they can win it. I'll tell you that much. But will they be able to keep it limber in Atletico Stadium? We'll see where we are. Gonna have Fatyn's Elven Union keep it limber versus the Dwarven team coached by Maniehl, the trudging polka dots. Polka dots. As we see the coin flip here in today's match. Again, guys, 500 euros for first place, 250 euros for second, third, and fourth, 100 euros apiece. Brought to you by Folks Home Entertainment and all the folks out there who enjoy Blood Bowl. We are going to see yet another treat for you. Good coaches coming out, good play. You can definitely learn a thing or three. As we see, keep it limber will opt to kick the ball away to this Dwarven team. And now the Dwarves here. We're going to check out their skills real quick before we get any further. As you can see, the Dwarves, of course, they start with the block, they start with the thick skull and the tackle, but we are going to see some more of these Dwarves going to prosper. Stand firm and guard. This is actually the annoying team of the Dwarves. He does have stand firm for just about all the Longbeards and guard for all the Longbeards. And just a couple of them with the mighty blow. So at least the Elven Union might be able to stand strong and tall after getting a little bit hit. But what an annoying Dwarven team this is going to be to play against. +1 in agility here for the Blitzer. And we'll have stand firm, guard, and the tackle there for that man. Then the Troll Slayer, Juggernaut with the stand firm, with the guard there, and then more guard here, as I said before, stand firm. And then of course guard here for everyone. Guard, everywhere, guard. And then grab for this Blitzer, a little bit of a change up here. +1 in movement allowance, kickoff return for the tackle, and the block guard runner. And then of course the other runner gonna have the wrestle ability there. And now the Elven Union will kick off, and I need to pause it yet again. I didn't realize the Elven Union were that quick here. As we see the kickoff return, and we're going to pause it again real quick as we just take a quick look here at the Elven Union side before we get too much further along. +1 movement allowance here for this Blotch Step Blitzer with guard, and then going to have the other tackle dodge lineman here, and then I'm going to have the, let's see here. Actually, no, that's the other Blitzer here. Does have the Blitzer. The catcher has the +1 movement allowance, Blotch Step guard, and then the Blitzer here does have the Blotch Step and does have the tackle, diving tackle dodge for that man, and then does have this other catcher here with the +1 in strength, blotch, and also the tackle here, and wrestle with the dirty player, and then the +1 in agility. Does have the leap here for this other catcher. Definitely a good pick there with the blotch. And also the guard here, and more with the Blotch Step, and also the guard for the thrower. Love that thrower on the pitch. And then here does have the catcher with the sure hands and the blotch. The great thing about this Elven Union, gonna have those Blitzer here with the Blotch Step. They all they need is a dodge for the first skill, right? And they're so dangerous. And then gonna have the +1 agility leap in there to try to get to that ball. No wrestle or anything like that, strip ball, but likely to come perhaps after this game once, you know, Fatyn wins his match. We'll see though. Maniehl is going to be down in team value, so Wizard in hand with the, actually a little reroll now for both these teams. So good stuff, as now we are going to see how the Dwarven team will respond. Yes, indeed. Quite possibly the worst first round matchup for the Elven Union here is this Dwarven team. Everyone with tackle, and of course such an annoying team, as I've pointed out many a times thus far. with the stand firm and guard. You think perhaps you could just blitz on through? No, you can't. You think you could just, you know, make a little opening here and just dodge on through? No, you can't. Elven Union are likely gonna have to end up passing it by the end, just to outfox and outmaneuver the Dwarves by the end, and make it to where the Dwarven team, the biggest crutch that the Dwarven team has is just a lack of movement allowance. And so any little misstep here, any little, you know, I put my Dwarf out just a little bit too much farther out, and then suddenly, whoosh, Elven Union with their 8 movement allowance, 7 movement allowance will be able to just fly on through. Indeed. There's the big blitz here on the right side. No big injuries as of yet, much to the chagrin of the Dwarven team, but that's alright though. There's plenty of rounds left to play, but would have loved to see the line of scrimmage and that blitz work out. But it's going to be Elven Union going to be able to get the armor break and be able to get the KO out. And oh, yes indeed. Look at that. Maniehl says, I am not going to be out my long beard for long, and you are likely not going to get another armor break anytime soon. So, Apothecary going to be coming out and going to keep the numbers even for the time being. That's just kind of how important it is for the Dwarfs to continue to have their full roster on the pitch if he's going to have any real hope of winning the ball game. But they're going to surround up the Troll Slayer, one of the weak points here on the Dwarven team. So right then and there, going to try to make use of the big foul coming out with the dirty player. That's why we get dirty player, boys. And just going to get the stun out on the Troll Slayer. You see a lot of space to the Dwarf though, but definitely going to be one of those things where the Dwarves will have an easier time in trying to get around and getting his touchdown try. So the Elven Union opting to get the foul off, not going to get a entry out, but unfortunately the fireball gonna get it in there. Gonna use it on this moment. Why not? Armor 7 for the Elven Union, likely to get lots of armor breaks and perhaps get a few injuries, but looks like no. It's just gonna be a KO here, and that's it. Did break a bunch of armor and did get a couple of stuns, but the KO, is that gonna be suffice for this fireball usage so early? I guess I can't blame the Dwarves here. Oh, would have at least guaranteed at least one big injury coming out, but no. The Dwarven team gonna get a little bit robbed here from the fireball, because should have at least been, I mean, statistically speaking, should have been at least one, maybe at least 2 injuries coming out from that. But unfortunately, no. Yeah, boy. The blitz coming out. Oh, man, I definitely didn't expect that. And there's the big hit. The Dwarves, there's yet another KO. Lots of KOs, but no injuries. But that will make this Dwarven first half possession a little bit easier to stand, as this runner puts the beer mug in. No boots for him, but we'll be able to get the stun off. And there's yet another Elven Union player stunned. And so a bunch of guys down. Dwarves have also shown that he's not afraid of the fisticuffs. And indeed, we'll be able to get another armor break here and get the stun off. There's a nice defender down die on this blitz. We'll be able to take down the Troll Slayer. Will we see another foul on that man? I think it's going to be quite likely. It looks like that's kind of what he's setting up for at the moment. We'll see how Fatyn wants to play this one. I don't know. I don't know about this, but yes, he's not going to do it there. Can't blame him here. Why risk anything? Why risk anything, especially with a 30 player out with the KO? A little bit unfortunate as we turn the skills right back on. Was the Dwarf a miserable pile of guard and stand firm apparently? Yeah, if you're gonna use a fireball, do it on a whole bunch of elves there and a whole bunch of armor 7 elves as well. So a little bit unlucky with the fireball, but at least that will open up a huge space for the Dwarves to just walk on through and pretty much assure himself this touchdown. But the Dwarves would really love to hold it until the 8th round before he scores it. So at this point, Dwarves can't pass it up. Definitely wants to move the ball whenever given the chance, but Elven Union might have a shot here at perhaps pressuring this ball and pushing it into the end zone. Lots of stunts, lots of KOs, and to be honest, if I was playing an Armor 7 Elven Union, I wouldn't mind this so much. Just 3 KOs. That's not too bad. Especially after a fireball usage coming out, and thus far Dwarves, I mean, has been fouling I think the last couple of rounds, and I don't think he fouled in the first round, but certainly did in the last couple of rounds and got a couple of hits in, and so just 3 KOs. I have to say, Elven Union looking pretty good. Oh, you're right about that, Juhanian. I don't think Fatyn's actually going to be seriously trying to contest this touchdown at this point. Possibly just wanting to make it to where the Dwarves has just 1 or 2 losses down. I mean, as you can see here, Dwarves, 1 guy to come in, and if he can get a couple of injuries out, then just 1 less Dwarf on the pitch, and that's all the difference that's really necessary to have his way with the Dwarves. As I said in the beginning, positioning has to be so crucial here, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and if you down 1 Dwarf, it's a fair handicap. I wouldn't say a major one, but definitely a fair bit of a handicap. And there's the KO there on the +1 in strength, and would have loved to seen a injury come out, but more KOs coming out, and that's not necessarily what you want, but at least there'll be a 50% chance that he won't come back after the Dwarves make the score coming up. But we'll have 2 chances to get him back in for the Elven Union by the end if the Dwarves does manage to hold it to the 8th round. Big hits here. Elven Union showing that they can definitely give as much as they get. Does get the armor break there. Just gonna be a stun. Good stuff there. Good stuff here on the big hits. Just 4 on the injury. With a block. Actually doesn't work out too well here. Then stand firm. Working out. And that's the thing here. Dwarves. Certainly you could make a statement here and just say, look, stand firm. If they can't push me away, I'll get my bashes in and I'll still get the SPP, but not a lot of guys with Mighty Blow, and wouldn't this be a match here that tackle Mighty Blow would have been working out a little bit better for those Longbeards with their inherent tackle and their block ability to get down some of these elves here and there, but so far so good. I guess 4 KOs, we'll take it at this point in time. There's the big hit. And they're going not actually blitzing with the Mighty Blow player or anything like that. Keeping the Longbeard on the waps. Make it to where, hey look, if you're gonna come after my cage, you're gonna be facing the Mighty Blow tackler. I'm gonna try to keep things over the top. 2-die block as well. And the elves pretty much giving away a fairly easy touchdown, but one in which they were prepared to give up, I believe. As the Elven Union pretty much saying that, you know, I'm not afraid of my offense. Are you? But we'll see how this is gonna work out, though. This kind of doubles for 2 things for the Elven Unions. One, Elven Union aren't getting based up, and they aren't getting pounded too badly by the end of the first half, if anything. And another thing that it does is that it does make it to where the Pro Elves will have a shot at getting some hits in themselves. As you can see there, 2-3 hits in, and then finally gets KO on the foul even. So no doubles on either the injury or the armor break, and we're looking good. Man. Fatyn. Making it to where the Dwarves are going to be a little hurting here. And actually a pretty key piece there. The Blitzer with the +1 in agility. We'll love to keep him around. You never know. By the end, Dwarves may end up having to pass it or something like that, or hand off. Perish the thought for Dwarves, but could happen, guys. The Dwarves going to stand up, not afraid. Armor 9, thick skull. I can't blame him there, but thus far, ooh, the KOs coming out for both sides, but more so for the Elven Union. than anything else. But again, I mean, if I was playing the Elven Union and I saw a bunch of KOs, I mean, this is not too bad. I mean, you can have what you have in the World Cup where you saw a bunch of injuries by the end of the first half, but KOs, I can definitely stand that. Statistics say two or three of them is going to be coming back in the next bit, and then it's going to be yet another 50% try here. So I should get at least 3 guys back by the start of the second half. Oh, and there's the hit. Oh, and the injury, the death injury. The dwarves, the Longbeard out. You know how much that hurt here, and that is what Fatyn was going for. The Longbeard going to go out with the death injury, and yet another KO on that missed dodge there. I cannot believe it. And right there, gonna be, I think, celebrating on the way out, but still the KO. And that is now 6 elves out, so 3 likely to come back. But which 3 is it going to be in the next bit? Take a little sip of my Coke here. I really need some Coke and whiskey. That's what I really need. Big KO. Yet again, more KOs. I don't know if I can stand this. If I was a Dwarven team, I'd be like, yes, no, yes. I'd be kind of a bit conflicted at this point. That's the best word for it right now. I'd be conflicted. I'd be like, yes, no. Look at all the great KOs, but no injuries. And if the Elven Union gets them all back, the dwarves are going to be in a bit of trouble. Especially if his own KO guy doesn't come back. We'll see the dwarves down 1. And as I said, the defensive effort so much more difficult when you're the dwarves. When you're down just 1 guy. And then see the Elven Union just going to be tucking away his more precious elves. And likely won't get blitzed down, but one alignment will. So the dwarves, seeing their opportunity, should get a 3-die blitz here, and then after that, get the big score in by the end, where pretty much only 1 reroll used from either side, so pretty much a nuffle-free first half. They're all just faking it so they have to fight dwarves, hey? I don't believe it. I don't blame them there. But there has been scarier teams than this, I'll tell you that much. Claw with mighty blow piling on. But it is 1-0. Maniehl's trudging polka dots will get the score in. Status quo. The status is quo. But the death injury, that is definitely not status quo. And the KO Dwarf is still going to continue to stay out. Still going to have another chance at getting him back. And look at this. As prophesized, we'll get half the elves back in. Oh, that's so bad. But it's going to be a thrower. Still continues staying out with the blitzer. So a couple of key pieces out for the Elven Union. But still has 1 more chance at getting them back as we're going to flip the view. But the Elven Union does have a full complement pretty much that he can work with for this 1-turn touchdown try coming up. This is not too bad of a try for him with the 7 movement allowance, if anything. Does have the 8 movement allowance catcher to get this try on. So this is definitely doable. Oh, you can't 1-turn. Oh, stand firm. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Well, you know what though? Sweltering heat, and that's really bad. Uh-oh. And that's actually really bad for the Dwarven team because, as I said, defensive effort, that's going to be tough. But Elves, they're used to playing down half their team, right? So this is going to be really bad if the Sweltering Heat hits the Dwarves really hard. Too many 1s on the next round, and that is it. Just in case you guys don't know. Roll D6 for each player that was on the pitch at the end of the drive, and if they roll a 1, they'll be collapsed and they won't be able to set up for the next kickoff. So right there. That is a huge thing here. And, yeah, too much stand firm. Won't be able to get the one turner at all. And at least he'll go into the half. Actually, the Troll Slayer is here in the front line. So that's a huge piece that the Dwarves left out there to foul. And there's another death injury. Another one, and gonna be getting away scot clean free. Oh man, I totally mangled that verse, but still another one. You're gonna leave the armor 8 Troll Slayer. That's what you're gonna get. Oh boy, Maniehl. He got the touchdown, but he's, I dare say, the Dwarven team paying for it in blood. Blood and bones. But at least if we look at the KO back, we will have 10 on the pitch for the defense still after the death injury to the Troll Slayer. And that's yet another big key piece. And 2 guys going out with the sweltering heat. That, my friends. Oh, ouch. That is definitely ouch. And just 1 guy coming out. And this is going to be the level 1 lineman with no SPP. So a brilliant turn of events here for the Elven Union. Pro Elves, Bashiest Elves. Got that right, Shattered Ice. Perhaps I should have been more surprised to not see more Elven Union in the World Cup, huh? Meh. No, pretty successful half, yeah. Tell you that much. Pro Elf team looking good. All they need to do now is just get their little score here by the end of the half, and in overtime period prove the win. So a bit of advantage here going in. Elves just can't lose their entire team here due to injuries, and they should be able to take the W by the end. So Fatyn's pick by VGP looking good on the charts. I love it when I'm right. Don't you love it when you're right? I love it when I'm right. Fufule is going to be the one who is going to be replacing him, I thought. I thought it was going to be you. You got invited. Fufule got invited to be replacing Eusebio. So if that's, I don't know. Oh no, that's. Yeah, Fufule got in there. Oh, okay, you're Ungern. Sorry, I mistook you for Fufule at the end. I thought you, but it's Ungern there that's talking to me. The DP. Yeah, the DP is the strength for the Pro Elves. Oh yes, it's all about the DP action for the Pro Elves. I mean, it's just so dangerous when you're getting DP'd by the Elves. I mean, you just don't know how to feel. I know, Ungern, I mistook. I saw the last part of your name there, and I saw Fu, so I thought it was you, but it's not. But it's Fufule that's going to be coming in for Eusebio. And he already agreed to come in, I believe, so should be able to jump in there. We already invited him. I invited him, at least. Pro Elf team bashing the Dwarves as if they're armor 7. And I can't believe what I'm seeing here, guys. I just can't. I'm going to dodge away from that one. I can tell you that much. No, looks like he's not. I guess +1 in strength. No need to dodge away from anything. Oh, push. That's not good enough, but that's okay. We got another 2 die block, maybe? No. That's going to be 1 die. That's 2 die block, actually. So, wanted to come back and maybe cover the ball carrier, but oh, look at this. A little bit open here to get touched up by the Dwarven Longbeard. But with the blitz, oh, gonna get skulled there. But again, luckily on the kickoff, lots of rerolls for everybody. You get a reroll, you. And now the Dwarves will be able to strike back. And unfortunately, the Elven Union getting a little too bashy. is going to get a little bit surrounded up. So this guy's going down. This guy's going down. Uh-oh. A whole bunch of elves are going to see the pavement. And this may be some injury returns coming out. But thus far, the first 3 hits, not good. Wow. Actually, not first 3, but all the 3 hits here, not good. But elves are still facing the dwarves and continuing this bash fight, which I'm not really a fan of at the moment. I would have liked this Elven Union to just stay off and play like elves, damn it. And just make it to where they're safe and sound. Sure, they'll get blitzed every turn, but just 1 blitz per turn, and then keep your guys as healthy as possible. No mighty blow piling on to worry about or anything like that. For the huge removals every single time. A bit of an interesting choice there by the end of the last round there, where the pro elf team didn't do the 2-die block, instead opting to do the dodge instead. But gonna pay for it a little bit, but after the 3 blocks, no injuries, and so the elves actually didn't pay for it. So good on him. And with that, the elves, almost as if I'm talking to him, Fatyn says, okay, VG, I get it. Alright, I'll just stay away from the dwarves and just dodge away from danger and make it to where I'll spread out the field and get the touchdown by the end. And this is exactly what the elves should do right here. Make it to where it's a little bit more difficult for the dwarves to handle all these different elves running about. They can't stop this offense, I'll tell you that much. Does have the catcher way back there though. There's the blitz, and still Elven Union does have like 1 extra guy to come in there, but with the push there, that's not good enough. But at least still will be able to get the down die on the 2nd block, so that'll be great. But now Elven Union dodges away with the 3+2+, and we'll be able to get yet another 2-die block going on here in the works. More dodges away, and then going to continue to support these 2-die blocks. Elven Union, knowing that armor 9 can be broken. We have seen it once, we have seen it twice. We've seen it 3 times. 3 times a charm, I always say, I guess. There's the leap away on the 2+, and that was an easy leap. Man, no wonder war dancers love to do it, hey? That leap was easy, except, you know, there are 3+ leap aways, but still. That is some fun times for the leap away. And can't stop that, man. And moreover, he's got the catch ability of the Nerves of Steel. So even if he's surrounded up, throw it to him, leap away, touchdown, no problemo. Man, he's such a dangerous catcher. And the KO's going to be following here. And that will be great. The Dwarves reducing the Elves down 1 more on the pitch. And this is so dangerous for this Elven Union, because if he doesn't get the down die, the stand firm, I mean the pushes, they're not good, right? So it's one of those things where Elven Union kind of playing with fire at the moment. But boy, it has been such fun times though. Nice armor break yet again. You play with fire, you may get burnt, but boy, not so far. But the first couple of hits though was on non-stand firm pieces, and so Fatyn making the best use, probably not doing those blocks on the stand firm players, just gonna dodge away from those guys instead, and that's precisely what he's doing at the moment. Yeah, yet another blitzer here with the leap and the blodge step, so dangerous. How can you stop this Elven Union? So mean. Oh yes. Ooh, the GFI! The failure, trying to get in there to just be at least a bit of annoyance here and continue to base up these elves, but he's gonna be able to just scamper away now quite easily. We should see this touchdown here by the end. We're likely gonna see overtime yet again. by the end, but regardless of not if the overtime is going to be favoring the dwarves or the elves, it's almost kind of moot at this point because elves are just surviving and making it to where it's the dwarves that are hurting. 2 big death injuries with another Troll Slayer going out to a big injury, -1 in agility as well, so that's still an MNG. Troll Slayer may be back though in the next game after that, but will they be able to even just make it past this round? I almost don't even think so. More dodge failures, more KOs. Boy, these dodges has just been terrible for this Elven Union team. Every time they've missed a dodge, it's just been like, okay, I'll let it go. Boom. Gonna be going out with the KO, and that's gonna be great for this Dwarven team. Doing the work for them, but would love to see more injuries coming out like this, but no, maybe perhaps not like this. Could just be more stuns here. Stuns and KOs for this Dwarven team. My gosh. This Elven Union looking pretty good at the moment. Looks like he might get surrounded up now though. After the handoff to the +1 in strength band. But there's finally an injury. MNG coming out, and there the Apple coming out and trying to save the catcher with the +1 in agility. Didn't want to be out without him for the next game. He's likely seeing the next playoff game, so trying to get the Apple out. But unfortunately not going to work out. So back-to-back MNGs. Well, gonna have to be accepting that one. Turn 15 coming out, likely to get the score here by the end. As long as he gets this hit in, and he does, just should be able to get the handoff. No, I thought he was gonna hand it off there, but he's gonna hold it for one more round. But the dodges, oh boy, they have been terrifying. But at least we'll be able to scamper in for the touchdown here. 2 more turns left for the Dwarven team to score it, but it's not easy for a Dwarven team to make a 2-turn touchdown, in my experience. But the KOs coming back in there, that's pretty good stuff. That is pretty darn good stuff. As we see the sweltering heat gonna affect the thrower there, and that's a little bit too bad, but don't necessarily need him for this one. But the Blitzer, the +1 in agility, he's gonna be out to the sweltering heat. Oh, really would have loved to see him here by the end. So the Dwarven team likely just gonna hold the ball and just play it safe. I don't think he's gonna go for a 2-turn touchdown, because that would definitely allow the Pro Elf team to turn it the other way. And if I was the Pro Elves, I would definitely get a fly down the pitch, letting the Dwarves know, if you go for the 2-turn touchdown, I can turn it the other way. No problem. So the Dwarves likely gonna hang back, I think. But Maniehl, he says, my foot never leaves the petrol. Never leaves the gas. The pedal is to the metal. I'm gonna put all my guys in the front line, and we're gonna hit some hits in. Oh, big hit in there. Injury coming out on the throw rock. And that's gonna be too bad. Dwarves though, one less elf to worry about, and that's definitely a good thing. But still, elves should be able to get a nice little stifle here on the runner. He's the only one that could really make this touchdown very easily. Blitzer with 5 move allows, not too easy of a time for him, but we'll at least get the try, at least, I guess. Runner moving out, and of course, again, one of those things where the Elven Union just needs to get the blitz on the runner, and that's all that's necessary. And with the block right there, not going to use the reroll there, because this is likely going into overtime, period. So now with the +1 move allows runner, he's going to be able to get the pass off a bit easier. But after the blitz coming out, yes indeed, and he's got the wrestle, so both down dice still good for him. But the big hits, that's all we need, is the defender stumbles. And he gets it here. The thick skull is actually going to save the KO, right? No, is it? Is it? No, the injury was an 8, so yes, did actually save the KO. Look at that, Thick Skull doing a thing. But the injury, oh, it doesn't do anything for the 11 on the injury. Ouch! Elven Union outbashing the elves. Dare I say it? I did. I did. And there's another entry for the elves. This is looking so good now for the Elven Union. I mean, all they need, if they get the coin flip by the end of the overtime period, they are looking so good. But should see a couple of 2-die blocks here, and then a blitz now on that man. No Pro Elf going down the pitch for the tries, but after the blitz on the runner, no touchdown try here. So we again are going into the overtime period. Oh, the Elves has a real good shot here, even on defense. You're definitely right about that, Shatter Dice. I mean, this Elven Union should be able to stifle the Dwarves. I mean, it's sweltering heat, which keeps the numbers low on the Dwarf team. I mean, Elves are used to playing down a few Elves. This is not a big deal whatsoever. Likely to be just rotating these guys out, 1 or 2 guys going, unless the Elves just absolutely get humongously nuffled on the sweltering heat, then this is going to be a-okay. But 4 injuries coming out. My gosh, this might be too much. It just might be too much. The Dwarves really need to receive here, and even then needs to hope like crazy that something comes up very well for him. And it looks like, oh yes it is, gonna be the Dwarves, the trudging polka dots. They're gonna be able to receive, but again, on the offensive side of the ball, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dwarves? Are you kidding me? 2 guys going out here, both of them being Longbeards. And the Elves, well, he's going to be down this blitzer and the catcher with the +1 in strength. So 2 major pieces that's going to be out for the defensive effort. But, I mean, the Elves should be able to still continue to put lots of pressure. But, boy, this sweltering heat, these are 2 big pieces. I'll tell you what, the Dwarves, I mean, if anything, that was quite possibly the best scenario that could have happened. But even then, this is not going to be an easy try for him. Dwarves here, and the reason why we are saying that Dwarves are going to have a hard time here is that the Dwarves, they always like to cage up and move the ball with the 4-point cage. But with there just being 6 personnel on the pitch, well, sure, you can cage up with 4 guys, but then will he be able to move the ball? That's the question. Oh, big KO on the throw rock yet again. So 6 Elves versus 6 Dwarves. But will it be enough? That is definitely something, and the Dwarves does get the line of scrimmage hits coming in to this first bit. So there's yet another KO, and now suddenly the Elves are down 1 on the pitch, so it's 6 on 5, but still, the Dwarves, will they be able to cover the ball? That's going to be the question. There should be some blitzes at least, but there's another KO, the Bane so far, but right now, in the overtime period, the KOs, that's a beautiful thing here. Might as well be an injury the way things have been going. There's another hit there, and finally the KOs have stopped. The bleeding has stopped. 4 Elves left to play, but the sure hands, not so sure, are we? Oh, the Elves has a shot now. Should be able to get a blitz here on the ball carrier, or at least the blitzer, to try to at least clear the ball for one of the other Elven Union to dodge on through for the try. I'll do this dodge any day of the week, the 3+3+2+, and that's not good enough. He's got to stand firm, but there's the defender down die. There's the defender down die. Oh no! And using the reroll on the hit, won't be able to reroll the GFI, and he won't be able to try the 3+3+2+ by the end. Oh man, and that actually would have been 3+3+2+ with dodge, with nobody on either of these sides with tackle, because it was the blitzer and the runner right there. Oh boy, gonna get thwarted from the GFI. The Dwarves just needs to hold serve against 4 Elves after the throw rock, the 2 KOs on the line of scrimmage, and now this foul. Nice big hits here. The Dwarves smell victory. It's just a waft. It's just a sense down the hallway, but it's enough to whet the appetite. The dodge in there. The blitz on the right side with the 1-die blitz, putting it all on the line. The attacker down die. The attacker down. Elven Union giving it all she's got. We need more power. The dwarves, they look like they're about to get away. Elven Union, what happened? What happened? Agility 5 leap, where are you indeed? +1 in strength. +1 in strength, catcher. Where are you? Where are you? The dwarves. They're gonna get blitzed though. It's not over yet. It is definitely not over yet, but Fatyn playing like it is though. Just needs to maybe get in front. But just gonna get the blitz off. Not even gonna pick the other Elven Union up to maybe get a defensive effort here and make it a little bit more difficult. Oh, a bit surprised at this. Does have some defensive tries here by the end. This is not completely over, but oh, Fatyn just sensing the end here is just gonna let that ball go, and so I think that is I think that's about it here. That looks like a GG. Oh man, the GFI fail. The 1-die blitz around the right side to at least try to get the ball with the reroll coming out as well, but not able to get the ball out, not being able to get anything by the end, and Fatyn has seen enough. 2-1, Maniehl survives, with the Elven Union absolutely looking like he was gonna win the entire time, but the throw rock, the 2 KOs by the end, make that 3, and then a little bit of nuffling there, a sprinkling of nuffling there by the end. The GFI failure, and Fatyn has seen enough. Keep it limber, outbashes the Dwarven team big time. Almost double the bashies, double the injuries, but the KOs just kept churning out for the Dwarven team, and by the end, the Bane became, well, not the Bane, because the KOs absolutely saved the Dwarves by the end, keeping the numbers down in overtime, and was able to just walk it into the touchdown and win the game. Man, that was so close, ladies and gentlemen. That was so close. Look at this block die here. Look at that. That's so good for the Elven Union. Just 20 down dice, 23 of the defender stumbles, and that's kind of how the Elven Union was able to outbash. I mean, just getting all those hits in every single time, and was eventually able to just take advantage. And as we see in the brackets, Fatyn getting a little bit robbed there by the end, but what a great match nonetheless. That is why we play Blood Bowl. You're never out of it, are you? Maniehl will face off against the winner between Gdanik and the Ogre team of Anraka. I almost picked Anraka to win, but Gdanik I think will be a little bit too much, but we'll see though. Until next time though, we're going to have more Champions Cup right here tomorrow on this channel. And if you're watching out there, and if you haven't already, definitely hit that follow button. It keeps me going. It's how I live, guys. It's you know, you live by eating food, I live by eating followers. Oh, sorry, that didn't come out quite the way it sounded. I eat followers. No. Well, anyway, you know what I mean. And if you're watching after the fact on my YouTube channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and like my videos. Hopefully, we will see you guys for some more Blood Bowl action right here. And with that, guys, thanks again for coming out, Johanny and Shatterdice. Always a pleasure, Shatterdice. Shatterfield, and all the rest of you guys, Tom Schnizzle, Anraka, Unkern, all you guys. Thanks for keeping the chat lively And I am gonna send you to the Blood Bowl channel, and then gonna go and snack on some followers. What I'm gonna do, guys. Yes, indeed. Take it easy, guys. Take it easy.